started to snow a lot more. Here it is sunny, so it's just 10 minutes later. It's literally snowing again, I can't believe it. Good morning from the Faroe Islands. This is our 4th day here and we are now on the top of Sørnfelli, I think it's called, and it is currently snowing. I think it just stopped, but just 5 seconds ago maybe it was visible, it was snowing, which is crazy because you see no snow around here. Anyways, we are the only car here. You can see the parking behind me. It's really not that easy to arrive here because there is a one-lane street that is in a very good condition, but it's very small, so if you're not experienced with this type of roads it may look scary, and maybe this is why there aren't many people around, or maybe because it's not that famous. But I really recommend it because the view around here, it is so beautiful. I mean, it's not really visible on camera right now, but I will film with the other camera from my phone and I will show you how beautiful it is. And it keeps starting to snow again, as you may see maybe around me, which is quite interesting. So we arrived here quite in time. It's almost the end of September 2024. I don't know when I will post this video. Just so you know, in September there may be lots of rain, there may be snow, so you can expect anything. But there is also sun, so it keeps snowing and raining, and there is also lots of sun, so the weather changes pretty fast. I'm going to explore now around and I will also show you everything we are seeing, but this view here, it is very beautiful, but sadly it is foggy right now. Also, now I want to apologize for all the wind sounds that you will hear throughout this video, but the Faroe Islands in general were super windy all the time, every day. So this is a good way for you to realize just how windy it gets here and to get a pretty authentic vibe. There is also a rainbow over there. Cute. So as you can see also right now it started to snow a lot more. I think it is visible, but anyways, I wanted to show you this side of the mountain too, and the view is beautiful here too. We can see the river here and the ocean. It's not really just a river. Anyways, we can see the mountains all around and it is very beautiful, but it started to be cold and foggy because obviously it is snowing. It's our first snow of the year and the earliest one, honestly, in September. So I will just enjoy this view and show you some videos because it is really beautiful and I really recommend you to come here. I will also show you the road, which is in a very good condition but a bit scary. So you can see the road is in a really good condition, but it's one way and it is really small. So if you have a big car and it's crowded, maybe in the summer, you need to pay attention when driving. Anyways, I have done a little bit of research about this place and it is actually really hidden, so only locals know about it. Very few tourists come here, so I am super happy to share yet another super beautiful hidden gem of the Faroe Islands. I have a lot more in my other videos that I've already posted. If you're curious about that, you can check them out because we found some hidden towns in random places around the Faroe Islands, and also we discovered some local legends, including legends about the Vikings and sorcerers. So if you're curious, make sure you subscribe and also check out my other videos. But anyways, you can see that we have stopped in a random place to see this amazing view and the beautiful local houses around here, but I will talk about it in a few seconds. So we are now going to Svartafoss Waterfall, and as you can see, it is very cold right now. It's still snowing a little bit here, but not as much as on the top. Anyways, the view from here is very beautiful. We randomly stopped on a random parking because I thought the view around here was really pretty. It's like this here in Faroe Islands. You just randomly stop because everything is beautiful almost everywhere, which is very nice. So we have again stopped in a random parking close to the road because we are now seeing a very pretty view of the capital, city. Tórshavn, I think it's called, or something like this. Sorry if I'm spelling it wrong. Anyways, I will leave it on the screen, and here we can see the city, and I think on this side we can see another one, maybe something with Hovik or something like this. I will also leave it on the screen. I'm not sure if it's that one, but maybe. Anyways, the view from here is beautiful, so if you're coming from Svartafoss, you can also stop here. It's really pretty. And also here it is sunny, so it's just 10 minutes later. This is what I was saying about weather in Faroe Islands. You can see how sunny it is right now, and I'm not even wearing my jacket, so this is weird. Basically all around the islands there are a lot of spaces where you could stop your car and admire the view, but I will tell you exactly where to find this one. To find it, I think you can put Honda on Google Maps. Maybe you will find this spot easier. Anyways, this is really pretty. So from here you can see that the capital is actually not that big, so in other countries this would be considered a very small town, and here in the Faroe Islands it's actually the capital, which is crazy to think about. But anyways, our first stop here in the capital was at Svartafoss Waterfall, and I know that right now you are not seeing a waterfall, but I wanted to film these ducks that were really close to the parking, and they came towards us super fast. Probably they were expecting food from us, but we did not have anything, and I think it's not even allowed or legal to feed other people's domestic animals here. So we just stopped and said hi and filmed a little bit. But anyways, we saw this beautiful waterfall that is really very close to the city center. So even if it looks like it's basically in the middle of nowhere, you would be really surprised that you have to walk, I think, 15 minutes and you are already in the city center. But anyways, now we went out of the city a little bit to the south and we found Tórshavn. I think this is the museum in this little town, but it looks just like these houses with black walls and red windows, and there is also a church here. But the most famous place from this little town that I wanted to show you was actually this super old church. This is called the Saint Magnus Cathedral, and feel free to pause this video right now to read more about it because it's a lot of super interesting information. For example, it was commonly believed that this cathedral was never finished, but actually close examinations prove otherwise. But anyways, you can learn a lot more things about this cathedral from that text board that was put here by local people. And anyways, you can see that this entire area was so peaceful. It was like going back in time and just seeing how life was like 300 years ago when everything was super simple. But anyways, now that we are here, let's explore the inside of this incredible cathedral. And believe me or not, in this entire town we were fully alone. I'm really curious how many people live here, because I think I've seen maximum 15 houses. But anyways, you can see that this cathedral was pretty big, and if you use your imagination to cover it with a roof and to put windows, then it looks pretty similar to a normal church even from today. So that is quite interesting. But anyways, it was very well preserved, so the walls were in a surprisingly good condition, and we were able to go from room to room and to explore the ruins everywhere. I feel like there are not a lot of places around the world where you can see that and explore everywhere, everything, without being scared that it will fall on you. So you can add this on your bucket list because it is really an impressive sight. But anyways, if you're enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to like it and also to subscribe. And if you have any questions or recommendations, make sure you leave them down below in the comments and I will answer to every one of them. Okay, so ironically we tried again with Sørnfelli on our way home, and believe it or not, this is the same place where today it was snowing very much and it was very cold. So right now the weather is so much better and also the visibility is a lot better. So I want to show you behind me. This view is literally so beautiful, but I am going to film with the other camera so that you can see it better, but it is so much better right now. So the weather in the Faroe Islands changes so fast. Like It's literally snowing again. I can't believe it. I think we are just unlucky with this viewpoint today, but at least it's not as cold. So keep this in mind. You can just wait a few minutes maybe and the weather will change again. It changes all the time. It's insane. So now I guess you can understand why we took the time to come here again. It's because the view was so beautiful, and this is truly a hidden gem of the Faroe Islands. But we found so many hidden gems. Make sure you check out my other videos too, because we tried to explore exactly the places that were not super popular and suggested everywhere, and we also asked local people to tell us where we should go and what hidden spots they recommend us, and that worked out amazing for us. So you can see that the views that I'm filming right now and we were seeing in front of our eyes were just out of this world. They did not seem like our planet, so it looks like it's just a painting, and the clouds were also pretty dramatic. But look at this right now. I was so incredibly confused when seeing this. So before I tell you, do you know what that is? So if you haven't noticed, on the clouds on the left side there were colors around the clouds. So there was purple and light blue. You can't see it right now, but make sure you check again my video from earlier. It was on the left cloud, and that is actually a natural phenomenon that happens in the Nordic countries, I think, during winter months. So that is crazy. But anyways, now the video has come to an end. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and also to subscribe. I have a lot more videos coming from so many incredible places around the world, so make sure you subscribe in order not to miss that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.